everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diverse Goddess. It's Hannah, and in today's video, we're continuing the astrology series, and today we're going to be going over the Virgo personality. So if you were born between August 22nd and September 22nd, then you were born under the sign of Virgo. And so Virgos are a feminine, mutable earth sign, and they're represented by the Virgin woman. However, that does not mean that these people are virginal. It just means that they are indeed about purity, being clean, and seeking perfection. And Virgo's ruling planet, like Gemini, is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. Now, Virgos are extremely analytical. They're the most analytical in the zodiac, oftentimes analyzing everything around them and the people in their lives and paying attention to all the little details. And Virgos will indeed be about cleanliness and wanting to be clean and neat, and sometimes they may even get a reputation of being a neat freak. And they will tend to do a lot of their analyzing in the shower, because it allows them to analyze but also get clean. And like I said, Virgos pay attention to details, and this is a detail-oriented sign. And they can walk into a room that's just been fully cleaned, but they will be the ones to kind of look at everything and then just be like, oops, you missed this corner, I see a spot here. So Virgos truly pay attention to and also see every small little detail. And because they're so analytical, they're always kind of collecting information and accumulating things as data points to kind of put it all together to come to a final conclusion or a final analysis. And Virgos are also the perfectionists in the zodiac. And not that they will be perfect themselves, but they will be in the pursuit of perfection and seeking perfection. And they are also in this life to actually learn about what it means to be perfect and to learn that not everything has to be perfect. So this attention to detail, or this detailed eye that Virgos possess, can actually come in handy if you need somebody who's going to make sure that all your T's have been crossed or all your I's have been dotted, or somebody who's going to look at all the angles of something and make sure something has been thought out fully. And these people might not be overly affectionate or overly emotional with the way that they express themselves, but if they care and love you, they will make sure that your sheets are always clean, or that the collar on your shirt is always fixed, or that your clothes are always ironed, because to them, this is how they show that they care. And they are also extremely practical. So if you were to give them a gift that's like a vacuum cleaner or a home appliance, something that's useful, they will definitely appreciate practical gifts. And Virgos will also tend to be a bit of a workaholic, kind of always focusing on work. And in their life, their work is always going to come first. And not that the people in their life don't matter or that their partner doesn't matter, but for them, their work is what gives them purpose and makes them come alive. And so their work is one thing that they can always count on. And Virgos will tend to be very neat and organized and tend to keep lists of things, like a grocery list or a to-do list, and they will just cross off each task as they complete it. And even if Virgo is not a typical organized person, or someone might say, oh, I know a messy Virgo. That Virgo, even if they are not traditionally organized, they will know where that pencil is in that stack of papers, or they will know where that shoe is in that pile of clothes. And so there will always kind of be an organization, even if they are not traditionally organized. And from my experience, because I've had a lot of Virgos in my life, and for whatever reason, I tend to be a Virgo magnet, but I have never met one that does not have a sharp intuition and almost a psychic nature about them. And even though Virgos are the most logical in the zodiac, it's almost like this logic allows them to kind of cut through the bullshit and kind of bring information down to a logical standpoint, and it comes out in almost a psychic way where it becomes very clear and insightful. And so Virgos will tend to have an extremely spiritual side to their personality, even though they may not call it that because they are so logical, but they will be extremely deep and also be dream chasers. And Virgos also tend to be worriers, or they worry a lot. I have never met a Virgo that does not worry, but I feel the sense of worrying that they have come from their deep intuition, because it's like having a feeling that something is off or something is missing, but you can't put your finger on it. It's like walking into a room blindfolded. Like, you know something is off, but you can't see it, or you don't know what it is. And as soon as evidence comes to light, or as soon as a Virgo can figure out what that is, that worry will tend to dissipate. Virgos also love to be helpful and of service. So say you have a question to anything, they would love to help you out. Or if you need help packing that suitcase, they will love to help you. And a matter of fact, they'll even tell you the best way to pack a suitcase to be more efficient. Virgos can also be extremely critical. Because they are such perfectionists and always in pursuit of perfection, and they have such an attention to detail, they can also see the flaws in things very easily as well. So they may have a very critical way about them. And even though they can be very critical, this is only because they are trying to be helpful, because they can see the potential in something, and so they really want everything to be the best that it can be, and they want to help you in getting there. But the secret about Virgos, and some things that people don't always understand about them, is that no matter how hard or critical you feel they are on you, Virgos are actually 10 times more critical on themselves. Because they are such perfectionists and again can see the flaws in things easily, they also can see their own flaws and their own shortcomings very easily. And at times they may not always be receptive or good at taking feedback because of that, because again, they are already so hard on themselves and they can already see their own shortcomings. To them, it's like they don't need to hear it from you. Virgos will also tend to be very patient and supportive of any work or goals that you may have, and they will actually love it if you have something that you're working on or that you enjoy, because they're oftentimes drawn to people who are productive. And a lot of Virgos will tend to have very rich taste or high standards. And a lot of people may feel, oh, that comes from the fact that they are perfectionists. However, that's not necessarily the case, because most Virgos come from a past life of where they were royalty. And so this high and rich taste that they have actually come from that memory. And they may even have a little bit of a sense of like, where are my servants? Virgos are also the ones out of the entire zodiac that love the most alone time. And they could actually spend their entire life by themselves. And even though they may have an ideal partner in mind and be open to it, a lot of Virgos do tend to spend their life alone. And they love their alone time. And if they ever do end up in a partnership or have a companion, they will want a love that is never ending. And Virgos may have a tendency of kind of disappearing and reappearing from friends and family because they need time to regroup, but they will always reemerge, but they hope when they reemerge that they can just kind of pick up where they left off. And because Virgos are ruled by Mercury, like I said, which is about communications, Virgo is indeed in this lifetime to be analytical and to kind of investigate life with all its little details and then come report their findings to the rest of us. And unlike Geminis, who are a little bit more loud and in your face with their communication, Virgo will communicate more in a quiet and kind of a behind the scenes kind of way. And so Virgos really are here to show the rest of us how to be our best selves and always strive for perfection and to be neat, clean, and organized, and to pay attention to the details in life. And even though life is extremely logical, there's always something magical to be found. So those are just some of the traits that make up the Virgo personality. And on that note, I'm going to end today's video. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And you can also find me on Instagram at Hannah Rokes. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.